Okay. I've been having a little bit of difficulty here recording. I'm going to try to share the screen. It looks like we're sharing all right. This is Sharon Pierce for NDE, Near Desert Experience, talking about water from the inundating rivers and water in general and the blessings coming from the sky these recent years while we go through environmental resetting. Excuse me. So tonight I'm going to focus on District 21, California Congressional District 21. This is the front page that I usually start with. This is out in the Mojave Desert somewhere. But I'm going to go down here, right here. District 21 is a small district, densely populated around Fresno and a little bit up in the foothills and a little bit down. But I'll be telling you about how the water affects this area. And we get into desert right over in through here. Anyway, it's foothills, true. It's foothills, but it's dry. So that's the area, and I'm going to be talking about the proposed Del Puerte Reservoir, which is over in here. And this is the area that's really quite filled with dry sinks and, aquifers and groundwater that has been drained by the farmers so that it's just getting lower and lower and lower. And now when the great atmospheric rivers come down on this, they really fill up this area. The farmers had always said, well, you project that the waters are going to come one day, and with the environment, we'll deal with it when it comes, we'll accept it, we may have to draw back a little on our farming. Well, the waters have come and they don't want to draw back, of course. They want to go on as usual, and that's a big problem. They've even gone so far as to go at night and break down the levees where the waters have filled their sinks where they've planted crops so that the water will flow out. And the farmers are being cited and, given citations and so forth. And so we're there now. What has been projected for years, the past few years, shows us that the environmental changes are bringing the waters back as the ancient people, and the native people, and the indigenous people have known by their forecasting methods and their lore, that one day this would come back, and now it seems that it's happening. It's happening all the way down in here. Okay, so we'll go back up, and I'm going to stop sharing this one, and I'm going to share this one. Now this is going across the San Joaquin Valley from the Fresno area. This is the city of Patterson. They have projected to build a reservoir. Some of the water will come from the Delta Mendota Canal, and it's to capture more water. This is the California Aqueduct. This is where they brought water down from the north back in the 20s and 30s. I may have to stop a second. It looks like my cursor has frozen. But this is where they will build another reservoir. In fact, I may have to stop this recording at this point. Where are we now? Nowhere. Okay, so that's the point of what I was going to mention. They have so much ground. Fresno committed itself to the ground, giving their groundwater to the Fresno irrigation district, but another irrigation district has developed, and they are taking the groundwater and the wastewater. It's not that it's a fight, it's about settling it out because Fresno never developed the piping to take its own Fresno irrigation water into the city of Fresno. So it has to get its water from somewhere else while its own water goes out to the farmers. These are one of the matters that wasn't taken care of ahead of time. And that's what my program is about, causing people to think now that the waters may be coming in, creating a more lush environment, not tomorrow, not in 5 years, but in this century, more and more and more. The promise of the waters is being fulfilled. Who's ready for it and who's not? And for those people who are thinking, I'd like to live around the edges of that, I want to get closer into that, there might be something interesting in that. It's time to say, well, what are you going to do with these deluges of water? They come rolling down the hillsides, they flood Los Angeles, they flood Bakersfield, they flood Santa Barbara, and so forth. And then they run off into the ocean, and people want to say, we want to capture that water. And then how you claim it for yourself is another matter to discuss. So I'm turning this off just by turning it off.